Well,
That was the wrong
button didn't work first time.
That was the wrong button.
It wasn't the wrong button, it just didn't work.
Happy Friday. I'm feeling a heck of a lot better than I did last week. So hopefully
Same.
I'm not coughing like I was last week. We actually ended up going to the doctor right after the bean because Mark was getting concerned about how much I was hacking and coughing. And it turns out I had pneumonia. So I've been on antibiotics, but I'm feeling better. If I do end up coughing or have to get up and pass the camera to Mark, you know, that's why, but I am feeling better. Guys, happy Friday. Welcome to the Friday Bean. If it's your first time here, let us know in the chat. We do have a couple quick announcements before we get started. Today's live stream, we really want to shine a light on the hurricanes. Obviously, nobody expected there to be a second hurricane. And for those who are international, I'm sure you've seen the news. If not, North Carolina, Tennessee, Florida,
Georgia, everybody who was affected even a little bit.
Yeah, it has been an absolute mess. So if you guys are in those areas, I hope that you're staying safe. I hope that, you know, you haven't dealt with too much damage to your properties or homes. But we have decided to do a charity today for World Central Kitchen. I keep saying California Pizza Kitchen.
World Central Kitchen. They donate food and water to people who are affected by, not just this, they do have a fund specifically for the hurricanes. That stuff's not accessible for YouTube charities, so we're just donating to one we know is assisting greatly, providing food and water to those who need it.
Yeah, originally we were doing the American Red Cross, and a lot of people mentioned that the American Red Cross, that there's controversy and yada yada. I'm like, okay, so where can we donate? And World Central Kitchen, I mean, you got to have food, right? You got to have food and water. So please consider donating. That charity is under the chat somewhere. And if you are watching the replay, it'll be on the right-hand side. That money goes directly to them. We don't see a penny of it. So please consider donating during the duration of this stream. We will remind you multiple times during the stream.
We're having... YouTube must be having problems today. There's several people saying that it's glitching and dropping, and it is dropping frames constantly. So... unfortunately, it's going to be one of those streams. That's a
YouTube problem. Are we good? Can you guys still hear us?
Yeah, our connection's perfect here. So
yeah, sometimes when YouTube, you know, especially on the weekends and the Fridays and stuff. Yes, buffering. Yes, glitching. Oh, why don't you pull us up when you're done with your pinging? Pull us up over there so we can actually see what it's looking like. I just want to
see if it's actually us or not.
Connection is glitchy.
Yeah, it's a little glitchy. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. It doesn't appear to be on our end.
All right, well, we'll give it a few minutes before we start the actual content just to see if we can figure out what's going on, and, you know, maybe it'll figure itself out. Can you guys hear us at all, though? If we were to continue speaking, is it enough that we could proceed?
It's only done it 3 times.
Okay.
That's what I said. I've got it up over here. I won't be able to read through all the comments just at first, but I've got our notifications and a ping up here so I can see if it's our end, so I can give AT&T a hard time if it is.
Yeah. Why don't you pull our stream up over there too so we can keep an eye on it, our actual, like...
I don't need to do that.
Oh, okay.
This tells me every time we disconnect or have even a slight glitch with the system, so I don't need that.
Okay. Very glitchy.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's probably on YouTube's end. Why?
Okay, well, I hope that you guys stick with us. I know a couple people said that they're going to bounce out and try to catch the replay. Unfortunately, if it's doing this, the replay is probably going to be glitchy too.
The replay will do the same thing. Yep, it'll just jump.
Well, stick with us. Maybe it'll even itself out. Keeps glitching. Can't... Oh.
Is it continuously glitching? Because there's nothing I can really do about that, but it's only showing me that we've dropped twice.
Yeah, let us know. I'm going to pull it up on my phone real quick just to see how it's looking.
If that happens, unfortunately, I don't know how to stop and restart a stream.
Yeah, sometimes when YouTube, it looks like it's okay. I mean, it's Fridays and stuff. Visually, it looks like it's lagging, but it doesn't look like the sound is lagging too bad. Stops for 3 seconds every 10 seconds, so it's pretty hard to listen.
Yeah, see, dropped frames detected over the last 2 minutes a few seconds ago, and I have not had... I haven't had any on my side. So, yeah, it's on YouTube's end.
Okay. Well, is this live? Yes.
Yeah, it's very much live.
We are live.
YouTube being stinky.
We have to fill in the blanks between glitches to make things make sense. Do you want to...
I can't stop and restart the stream. It'll start a new URL, and anybody with the email link will get kicked to nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you guys want to do? We can try to keep powering through and see if it goes through. Mark, if you want to go pull it up on YouTube upstairs and see how it's sounding and looking for a minute. No? Okay.
Nope, nothing I can do. See, the thing is, we've only disconnected for 1 second 4 times. So if it's continuously doing it on your guys' end, then it's a YouTube server issue because we've only dropped 4 times.
Where else is this live at? Nowhere. This is the only place.
Just constantly buffering. Yeah, try to refresh, see if that kind of helps with the connection. Again, we've only had 4 disconnects from YouTube the whole time, so.
Olivia said I left and came back and everything is fine. All right, well, maybe we'll give it like 5 minutes. Try leaving the stream and coming back, and it might even itself out.
Yeah, that's...
Okay. Never mind, it's back.
Yeah, everybody, if you're still having issues with it buffering, refresh, because again, we've only yeah, it's doing it every couple of minutes.
I love how we decide to do a charity live stream for something extremely important today.
And YouTube's like, no.
No. Leaving and coming back works. Okay. Close out YouTube and try coming back. And
yeah, YouTube is for sure having issues. I can even just... I have a monitor from Streamlabs that shows me
where YouTube
what
is
I'm doing
up
here. And I have a ping going out to Google to check to see if we're having any drops in our connection at any point in time, and I have not had a single drop. So it's on YouTube's end.
Okay, I exited and came back. Better.
Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and continue with the stream because we got a lot of stuff to cover, and unfortunately, this is outside of our control. So.
Yeah, control your controllables.
The only thing we can do is either completely stop streaming or deal with it. So.
All right. Well, we're doing this for charity, guys, so please consider donating. I haven't seen any donations come in, so hopefully we can get back on track. And yeah, most people are saying that they are leaving and coming back, and it's working fine.
No, we cannot restart the live because it's YouTube. So if we restart the live, it'll be a new link, and anybody who has the email or the current link won't have access to it, and I'll get a million emails asking where the stream is. So
yep.
Nope.
And that's not even promising that it'll fix it. So, well, unfortunately, guys, there's nothing that we can do about it. All we can do is continue powering on and do our best. So we will try. Okay. Well, let
you go ahead and start. I'm gonna do my own research.
All right. Yeah, you try to keep going. Okay, guys, let's just keep on moving. And
it's not on your guys' end. It's on YouTube's end, and there's nothing we can do about it. So just either watch or don't. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do.
Yep, we can either not stream today, or we can deal with the hand that YouTube has handed us. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Again, like I said, try to refresh, try to leave, try to come back. Sounds like people are doing okay coming back. So we will continue going. All right, so today we're going to be looking at some trends. Obviously, my favorite place to look at trends is target.com/finds. Even if you don't have a Target in your area, maybe you live somewhere where there isn't a Target, that doesn't matter. We're not so much looking at the items. Obviously, there's probably not a lot of you who make these cool woven handbags. What we are looking at are the overall themes, colors, palettes, backgrounds that Target is using, because Target is one of those brands that they almost invent the trends. I don't know how they're able to stay ahead of the trends the way that they do, but they seem to always know what's trending. Now, today they posted this Winter Sky Edition. This is something that we should all be paying attention to. Look at this palette. This is a good indicator that as we move into winter, as we move into the Christmas season, we might start seeing more of these light baby bluish colored designs. Now, whether you're doing POD, whether you're doing jewelry, whether you are creating, some type of artwork. These might be colors that you'll want to incorporate in. So I'm going to go ahead and click into this first trend. Something else I like is to look at this headline that Target gives us for ideas for different keywords and even marketing lingo. I really like this term, dreamy hue. Find all the ways to embrace this dreamy hue for the upcoming season. So we're seeing knit hats, sweaters and things. But again, you don't have to make these specific products. It's about incorporating in the feel and the colors that we see trending overall. So it's less about the item itself and more about the themes that we're seeing. I'm also noticing if you look at what's complementing some of these items, I'm seeing a little bit of beige and gold, some beige. So think about how you could pair this color alongside other colors. Seeing some really cool candles. By the way, for those who make candles, these crazy funky shaped candles are very popular right now. I know that there's quite a few of you who make candles. Colored glass is very popular. Look at this floral design, how it's just the white over top of the trending blue color. There's so much that you could do with this specific color palette, and I really like it. We've got some plaid. Ooh, I love that bakeware. We've got a lot of textures, more of the plaid. And then as we scroll down, we're getting into a deeper shade of blue. So if you look at these are just a little bit darker. So it's almost like we've got this gradients in products as we scroll down. Even looking at the palette of this, is it liquid eyeliner? I never know with e.l.f. So that's just a couple ideas. Really fun if you like more of a non-traditional theme for, winter wear and holidays. How's it looking? Is it doing any better?
No.
No? Well, thank you to those who have donated. I do appreciate it.
If you're not interested in actually typing anything in the stream, a few people have said if you back it up like a minute or so, it seems to be a network congestion issue on YouTube's end. It's not it's not like rendering it out fast enough. Then it should play through. Unfortunately, it's not on our end. Again, I haven't had a single issue with our network on our side, so it's 100% on YouTube's side. It's more than likely because of the hurricane, everybody live streaming and doing all kind of like YouTube. The news. YouTube is probably heavily congested right now.
I wasn't even thinking about the news being live.
And YouTube will prioritize huge partners more than these. That's a well-known fact.
Well, thank you to everybody who's donating.
We really appreciate you. This is more about the donations than it is about us right now. So.
Right. I specifically chose trends, because trends are our most popular live streams. I specifically chose trends today so that we could raise more money for the hurricane relief efforts. So please consider donating.
Yeah. If you can, just roll back like a minute and it should play more smooth for you.
Perfect.
It's a YouTube buffering issue.
All right, so this one was from October 4th. It's, it's a little dated, I guess you could say, but I'm more interested in some of the themes and colors because we have to remember that when it comes to the holiday season, I think that a lot of people focus too much on making things that are Christmas themed. Have you ever received a pair of Christmas pajamas on Christmas? And it's really fun when you get them on Christmas morning, but then like a week after Christmas, now you've got these brand new Christmas pajamas, and by then you're just kind of sick of Christmas, and you don't really get to enjoy them until Christmas next year, right? Especially if they've got like Santa Claus on them. We need to remember that people aren't buying Christmas-themed items for Christmas. They're buying evergreen products for Christmas gifts to give. They're buying those Christmas-themed items way ahead of Christmas, like right now, so that they can wear them for November and December. So think of more about the things that you can make that are more evergreen that people are going to buy for the purpose of gifting. Something that I really like is this combination of colors up here. It definitely gives me that kind of, I don't know. I was going to say 90s, but I dare say 70s, 80s, because we've got the terracotta, we've got kind of a rosy pink and some greens. But it's kind of fun and funky. And if we scroll down, look at the cover of this journal. It's got a similar funky palette. Lots of crazy fun colors. We've got, they're bright, but at the same time, they're earthy, if that makes sense. It's not like a vibrant plum purple. It's more of like a muted purple shade. I really like these designs here. They're puzzles, but look at this overall aesthetic. We've got all of these different landmarks and national parks and things. I really like this art style, and it's very congruent with some of the designs that we're seeing. I wish that I knew like a name for this art. It's almost like a colorful, cartoony, but for adults type art style. And I'm seeing it everywhere, but I'm also seeing it in this exact color palette, utilizing a lot of these terracotta shades, this dark kind of earthy blue. I really like this color palette, and we're seeing it across multiple products.
Sun-bleached.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When
Kind
you
of
said unsaturated. Yeah, it's
Unsaturated.
similar to unsaturated. I think that's that sun-bleached kind of appearance.
But look at these outdoorsy products. We've got Want to Go for a Walk and a dog, and we've got a hydration pack and some long socks and a hammock. This tells me that outdoorsy themes and maybe walking your dog are trendy themes. These could be niches. These could be product lines that you could incorporate in. Here's more of that color palette, but done with kind of some groovy, cute little 70s, almost little hippie themes. These are straw covers, but you could use these designs for shirts or greeting cards. Just don't use the traditional yellow smiley faces, because unfortunately those are owned by Smiley World, and they are very protective over the plain traditional yellow smiley face. Seeing some more of those earthy tones and themes, those bold pictures like what was in the puzzle. Something I noticed specifically about these is there's no outline on these designs. Like if we scroll back up, it's not like there's a black outline, in these illustrations. They're very bold and non-constrained. And I'm noticing that with all of these designs, there's not a lot of outline to them. And I kind of like that. Here's those color palettes again, a little bit of that kind of sage green color for this kitchen organization. This might tell us that there's people looking for sage green items for their kitchens. This could be mugs. This could be wall art for the kitchen. Lots of wood accents. If you create handmade wooden products, we can see that those seem to be very trendy in the kitchen with these scoops, cutting boards. This looks like some bathroom organization. Again, there's that colored glass that I talked about previously. And some natural kind of pottery. This kind of muted color for the mug. So we don't have a whole lot of trends now for the holiday season from Target. So normally this is the site that I primarily use when showing you guys trends. But unfortunately, we're probably not going to get as many winter trends until we get closer to the holiday season. Not as useful for you and me, because we need to see these trends now so that we can start developing those products as soon as possible. You should already be listing these holiday themed products. I know it's not even Halloween yet, but people are already buying them. In fact, I believe that it was July when Christmas started being one of the most searched terms on Etsy. And now, I mean, obviously it's one of the most searched terms on Etsy because people are actively shopping for their holiday gifts. I've already started my holiday shopping. So thank you to those who are donating. Please keep those donations coming in for World Central Kitchen. I swear I almost said California Pizza Kitchen again.
Oh, quit. That's definitely not what it is.
That's what
everybody's saying if you drop your resolution down, it's also fixing it. So
great.
It is definitely it's the drops that are happening on our end are every 2 minutes on the dot.
Yeah.
Every 2 minutes on the dot. So it's either something outside of our house, which it's probably not because our connection is seamless here, or something on YouTube's end. So we apologize. Either drop the quality of the video down or back it up a minute and it should run more smoothly for you.
Perfect. We promise there won't be any like comment in the
Way
next
too small.
comment in the next 2 seconds to get a prize. We're not doing anything
We don't
like
do
that.
anything like that.
You can back it up a little bit. You won't miss anything important. All right. So I decided to pop into some interior decorating websites to look at trends, because even if you don't create decor, you can find really good ideas for designs and products and colors and themes in these interior decorating websites. So this one is from Country Living, 7 Christmas decor trends for 2024. This one's a little shorter compared to the other article that we'll be looking at. So nostalgic decorations. This is my favorite. I love this one. It kind of fits into, if you guys recall during the spring and summer, grandma core, granny core, grandpa core, that theme was trending. It reminds me of a Christmas trip to grandma's cottage. We've got all of these ruffly pillows, vertical lines. I love the luggage, the old luggage. We've got lots of wicker in the background. Now, obviously, this is a scene, you know, kind of showing us how a space can be decorated. But if you make stockings, for example, if you make t-shirts, look at some of the elements that are incorporated into the scene, the old luggage. The patterns that are on these gift boxes, the stripes, the color palettes, you know, this kind of muted green alongside the bold red. I'm also noticing this year in particular, in terms of like Christmassy colors, red and white specifically paired together has been super popular. Less red and green and more red and white together. I really like this though. I'm a big fan of the kind of cabin aesthetics. And then we get some more trends here. We're looking at, we can see these little glass Christmas toadstools, but this tells us mushrooms, red mushrooms with white polka dots. And we'll see that in multiple places, but they've been trendy since spring. And now we're seeing that trend carry over into Christmas as well. So it's almost like a woodland type theme. This kind of vintage blown glass type ornament. I'm seeing lots of these for Halloween this year as well. Little glass ornaments shaped like ghosts and witches.
That super fragile glass.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming that these probably aren't like, you know, how they used to be.
Where you touch them and they explode.
Right. I still have one. I've carried them around with me, trying to keep them safe. These ornaments that my great grandma got from when she worked at, I think she worked either at Macy's or Elder Beerman.
Beerman sounds right.
And I've carried them with me throughout the years, and I've only got one left because they've all broken. So I've been protecting this ornament. But yeah, you guys understand the aesthetic though, right? And then Jingle Bell Garland. Now, not so much the Jingle Bell Garland, but what we're going to notice a lot as we go through these trends are little tiny red berries strung up, little tiny red berries. So keep that in mind. Little tiny red berries over white snow, which, you know, that fits into the red and white. Little tiny red berries on a string on a Christmas tree. Little tiny red berries over the fireplace. So I actually really like that trend. I think that it's cute. And we've been seeing a lot of fruit this year. So I think that it's just kind of carrying over with the woodland theme and the mushrooms and the fruit. We're seeing a lot of dried citrus slices, which is interesting because during the summer, fresh citrus slices, like little lemon slices, were really popular. And now as we're easing into winter, it's like we're drying out the fresh citrus that was trendy, the colorful citrus, and now we're drying it for Christmas time. Artisans and craftsmanship. Hey, this is that handmade, almost foliage aesthetic that people want. They want things that look like they're handmade. This is such a fun trend for Etsy in particular, because most of us who create handmade are already doing things like this. But, you know, if not, think about how you can incorporate these natural elements into designs for shirts, greeting cards, artwork. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Supersized decorations. This one is super fun. I love the way that these look. For those who work in, you know, paper crafting, I know that there's a couple of you who do different decorations and things out of paper. These big giant ornaments are super trendy. I don't know of anybody who creates actual giant ornaments. I know that, we don't really have that in POD. I haven't found any suppliers that do big ornaments. I don't know if any of you make big ornaments.
I know there's at least one person here that does.
But if you are creating, let's say, a design with a Christmas tree on it, maybe a piece of art with a Christmas tree or a t-shirt with a Christmas tree, this might be a fun idea to, make your Christmas tree design stand out and make it a little bit more modern with these big, giant ornaments. We can also look at the color palette here as well. The whites, silvers, and the navy. All together, we look at the home in the background. There's lots of white decorations alongside the natural green elements. So just a couple things to consider. Giant velvet bows.
Yeah.
Paper ornaments, paper decor, all these little folded paper things. And then these are those big giant ornaments, but look at the colors. Like I said, the red and white pairings are very popular right now, and that can be utilized for anybody creating Christmas themed items. 70s and 80s. This is something that we have been talking about now for I don't even know how long. There are so many little clues in this picture. So we have a little Christmas fairy. We have a disco ball. We've got the red and white plates. I love this little utensil holder. If you look really closely, it's a Christmas tree with the fork and the knife tucked in. And this just looks like it's made out of felt. So we've kind of got a handmade little item here. That might be something interesting. I know that there's several people who work with fabrics. I love this place setting. If you look in the background right here, we've got printed plates, embroidered napkins. I know that there's several of you who do embroidery. Something that I noticed right away with the table runner, there's little rainbows and things, but I also noticed, if we look really carefully, we've got multicultural Santas. It looks like we have a black Santa right here. This appears, I can't tell because the light is kind of hitting him, but it looks like we have several different skin tones. It looks like a wiener dog right here. This pattern is really cute. It's not like all the normal little Christmas things like candy canes and penguins.
Yeah, there's like a pretzel.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's cute. And I love how the items are kind of spaced out. So you have, a lot of clean, empty space, but there's little tiny designs. It's just really cute. And Santa has star-shaped sunglasses on. I don't know if you can see that, but I like it. I think it's cute. We've got lots of metallic surfaces. So these trees right here, we can see a little bit of a glittery ornament here and some metallic surfaces. But lots of things to take in this picture. Oh, and this crazy shaped candle. Like I said, the funky shaped candle and the colored glass are very popular this year. This is just a fun picture. This is a really well taken photo. Keep scrolling. Again, disco ball wreath. We've got a pink disco ball ornament and pre-lit disco ball tree. I don't know what's up with the disco balls this season. They were popular for Halloween as well, but I think it's fun, especially if you think about how that tree is going to look at night when you've got all the lights off other than your tree lights. I bet these shine really pretty. All right, maximalist trees. Let's look really carefully at this tree and this space in particular. Hold on, Okay, so a couple things. We can see the red and white ornaments, right? Here's that plaid, again, that we were talking about, or that checkerboard. We've got a disco ball. We have a glass mushroom. Mark, we literally
have that exact same glass mushroom right behind me.
Yeah, we literally have that blown glass mushroom back there. Look at this print on the wall right here. This font and the colors, right? This is kind of falling into that. It's almost like 70s, 80s, and 90s all wrapped in, because we've also got like the smiley face in here.
Nostalgia core.
Yeah. We've got a glittery sequin stocking. Look at these
sequins mushrooms.
Sequin mushrooms, and this one looks rainbow.
And that one's disco ball.
Disco ball, colored glass. Looks like little wine glasses. Looks like there's a needle felted dog with a little Santa hat, little ornament. Lots
What
of
are those
disco ball.
glasses for? Somebody will know what specific cocktail those are for. I forget what that's for.
It's
not a toddy.
No. I can't remember. Let us know.
Somebody will know.
The ones that are like this shape. Mark has a glass for like every type of drink, and we don't even
Every drink we drink.
Right, we don't even hardly drink. We just threw away all the margarita glasses because we're like, when are we ever going to use
Had them
these?
for like 15 years.
I know. We got a little dinosaur down here. So this is like a hodgepodge of different fun ornaments on a pink tree.
I feel like that's a Sunday glass.
I'm going to shrink it down a little bit here. So non-traditional tree colors. These are fun. Pink. Looks like this one, is it supposed to be red? Yeah, it looks orange on our screen. And then I like this dark blue.
It's because it's that like see-through red plastic.
Yeah, I really like this dark blue. I think it's very pretty. All right, doorscaping. This would be such a cool buzzword to use if you make things like wreaths or door hangers or any type of, decor that could go on the porch. Doorscaping. We can see a lot of natural elements in here. We can see this do you guys say wheelbarrow or wheelbarrow?
Well, it's wheelbarrow. We just looked that up yesterday.
But I'm curious to know what they say. I've always thought it was wheelbarrow, barrel with wheels on it that you put things in, like a barrel. You put things in a barrel and then you put wheels on it and it's a wheelbarrow.
No, it's a wheelbarrow.
I had no idea. I felt so dumb. I had no idea that it was wheelbarrow. What's a barrow? We looked it up.
The like dirt covering the top of a grave.
It's such a weird. I say barrel. Let us know. Do you say barrel or barrow? But yeah, just again, odes to these little natural elements. I think that we've kind of already covered this pretty in depth. Take a scroll down. Regency inspired Christmas. This aesthetic is so pretty. It's very simplistic. We've got a lot of these vintage elements and antiques. This could be really fun for those of you who sell vintage or upcycled products. Look at the colors here. We've got some brass, lots of brass elements and natural elements, but not too much. There's not, it's not overkill. Whereas the maximalist tree that we looked at previously had a whole lot going on. Okay, so that is the end of this one. But let's go ahead and go to our other.
That's how you scrolling up. Like you don't have to scroll up to see the top, sweetie.
Oh, well, that's what I did. All right. Okay, so this one is from Paper Fancy Bloom Flowers. But this was the most helpful article out of all of them. I loved this article in particular. Again, we've got those natural colors, natural decor items. These are kind of like little pottery houses. They remind me of our student at Magpie Mischief, Ani. She makes really cute kind of pottery type items. Little wooden trees and very natural color palettes here. We're seeing a lot of that sage, white, that kind of soft pink, even a little bit of that soft blue. So let's take a scroll down. We'll go ahead and not strain your guys' eyes. I'll try to get this bigger. And I do apologize for how many ads are on this website. It is insane. I could barely even look at everything when I was trying to do research. Okay, so let's take a peek here at a lot of the colors and themes. I really like this artificial deer head up here. It looks like he's made out of wood, but we're seeing those teeny tiny little red berries, like I mentioned. On the mantle, teeny tiny little red berries. Lots of that red and white that we talked about. Lots of those very traditional colors. We've got this faux fur throw laying across the couch. Deep, rich greens and pops of red. This scene just looks so cozy. I really like this particular scene. I love this lighting, by the way, as well. It's very nice. The site has so many ads.
Yeah.
I noticed that when I was trying to look at this site. Christmas tree alternatives. I thought this was interesting. So, you know, not, yeah, you can make it a little smaller now. You know, not just having traditional big bushy Christmas trees, but, you know, people live in smaller spaces now, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I know a lot of people prefer the smaller spaces. But little things that you can use in place of a tree. I really like these, but if we scroll down even further, this is kind of cute. To me, for some reason, it reminds me more of like, I don't know, Nightmare Before Christmas. It looks a little sad, but I can see it working for some decor items. But look around the room as well. We're seeing touches of silver. We're seeing some silver stockings. Again, there's that red and white, red and white. Scroll really fast past the ad for bed bug stuff because bed bugs creep me out. Look at these trees. These are really interesting. Little birch trees. It's almost like these thin trees.
Mm-hmm. Meant to fill your space up a little less.
Yeah, making, you know, maximizing a small space, basically. Honestly, we could benefit from a tree like this. We have to move our whole furniture situation around just to fit our tree, but and we can see the types of homes that these trees are in. You know, these look like very upscale homes. There's lots of really neutral decor in here, so really interesting. Stop showing me
the bed bugs.
Stop showing me bed bug
Look
ads.
how many freaking ads are on this screen right now.
I know, it's how websites like this make their money. Okay, so let's see. This looks so mocked up. Like, this is not...
It is mocked up.
Yeah.
That floor is fake.
Yeah.
Look how it connects to the wall. Like, someone got their degree in Canva.
I was going to say, these should be tilted. They're just perfectly upright.
Yep.
But regardless, you know, taking the scene, taking the aesthetics here, the little red truck with the Christmas tree, there is actually a TikTok that Mark and I laugh at every year where it's a guy, his mom bought him Christmas decorations, and he's like, my mom got me a little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. And look here at these stockings, a little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. And look at my rug, a little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. And he just goes through his whole house showing the little red truck hauling the Christmas tree in all of his decor. So I'm sure that is this just an American thing? This feels like something that only us Americans are like, yeah, little red truck hauling a Christmas tree.
It's not a little red truck. If it was the real thing, I mean, that car wouldn't fit on most of the roads in Europe. So
yeah, you're right. It's pretty
at the time frame in which that truck is from.
Let us know. Little red trucks hauling a Christmas tree.
Giant steel monster.
All right. Again, that clean, natural look. We've got a beautiful, white, clean home, but, you know, all these natural elements, the green. I've also noticed that they almost look like juniper strands. They're like shaggy garlands, not as tight as like a pine garland. I kind of like it. I like that they're shaggy and that they kind of hang down.
A Pizzio glass or a coupe for sparkling wines or fizzy drinks.
Got it. Okay. I love that you knew that. Did you know that, or did you look it up real quick?
You Googled it. You Googled it.
I don't care either way. I was just happy that somebody did.
Yeah.
So alpine Christmas trees. These are the ones that are a little droopier. They're a little, you know, they hang down a little lower. I think that they're cute. I like them. I think that they look more realistic. Now, this is something interesting. Crafting a winter forest, multiple Christmas trees. I've noticed that with a lot of the designs that I'm seeing with trees this year, there's not just one tree in the design. This goes for cards and prints and things like that. It's clusters of trees. So not just having one little solo tree by itself, but a whole cluster of them. And they don't need to be decorated. You know, I really like how these just have the snow and the lights on them. Again, we've got kind of that shaggy garland that's hanging down, candles, wooden elements, faux fur, lots of whites and browns. This to me is super pretty. I would love to have a room like this.
The wheelbarrow comments are just now coming in because everybody's like 2 minutes behind.
Barrow.
A couple people said barrel.
Man. Isn't that crazy? Bone apple tea. We've got the red and whites. Again, lots of red and whites. This kind of, this is that farmhouse Christmas aesthetic that has been popular forever. It's like, you know, going to the farmhouse. You've got all these natural elements, forged elements. I really like these. Lots of white, lots of wood. Real touch greenery. So real touch garlands, wreaths, and all things greenery. Here's that shaggy kind of wreaths and shaggy garlands. Again, lots of that red, tons of red. I like all the big pops of red alongside the natural green elements. And these little Santas, they kind of have a vintage aesthetic to them.
do.
There they are. This is exactly what I was talking about. Those shaggy.
Natural garlands.
Yeah, kind of shaggy garland. It's fun, and just little strings of lights on them. Really cute. Droopy look.
Droopy.
That's me. I've got a droopy look.
No, you don't.
As I get older, I acquire more of a droopy look.
I think that's everybody.
Yeah, you know. Where are my droopy girls at?
What?
My droopy girls. Where are my droopy girls at? Let's make it a trend. Droopy girl winner. Looky there, berry decor. This is exactly what I was talking about. Specifically, the surge in popularity of berry decorations. I love this.
Berry tree.
Out of all of these trends so far, you're not seeing a lot of green here. I mean, there's a little bit in this eucalyptus. You can see pops of the eucalyptus, which again, I don't really think of eucalyptus when I think of Christmas, but this works. This is really cute. Trees made out of the berries, just these little dots alongside the whites in the woods. I love this color palette, everything about it. And the teeny tiny little berries, so cute. This could be so fun for different designs or even how you photograph product. I just saw some jewelry because Facebook knows that our anniversary is coming up. Mark and I, right after this episode ends, we're going to be heading out to celebrate our anniversary. 14 years. Isn't that crazy? But because I was shopping around for anniversary gifts and things, I ended up getting a bunch of ads for jewelry. And they had the jewelry laying like in the snow with just a couple of those little red berry like branches around the jewelry. And it looked so pretty, the red over the white. And that's just how they photograph jewelry. The jewelry wasn't red, but they found a really artful way to photograph it with these little pops of red. And it really stood out to me. Again, the little red berries on those natural garlands that we were talking about. And look at these big chunky knit stockings. I really like that.
Who just stacks wood up like that against painted wall?
I'm assuming that that's what this little nook is for.
I'm sure it is.
This is the nook for stacking the wood.
The wood nook.
The wood nook. Something about that doesn't sound right. I don't quite know what it is, but
wood nook.
Yeah, it sounds.
There's an adult joke there.
I'm sure there is. Little birds, little wooden decorations, pine cones, basket of pine cones.
Charlie Brown trees.
Yeah, Charlie Brown trees. Kind of sad, kind of cute.
Catch me in the corner like that crunchy cat just chewing on the fake berries.
This is what I was talking about. The red berries in the snow.
Well, that one's fake.
Well, yeah, but it's so pretty. Of course they're fake.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that they look pretty.
They do. They look very pretty.
That's fake. Then we've got...
Use the Brave browser to cut down on ads. Just ignore them. That works too.
Yeah. Or, you know, we do this as a service for you guys, and
they're talking specifically for us.
Those ads pay.
They're talking about
the
these
ads on the browser. Got it. Oh, well, that's all right.
Not to mention YouTube's going to start IP banning people who use any kind of ad blocker at all, so...
Oh, no. All right, we've got some different colors here. We've got the glittery berries. Still, I think that the red is better. What do you guys think? I like the red a lot more. Again, we've got those berry wreaths. I don't know, the gold looks okay. Small pairings of green, but the green doesn't overwhelm the red in any of these examples. We've got some white ones. Kind of reminds me of baby's breath. and these little sprigs. You could go to the craft store right now and probably get these for super cheap to use for product photography. And then you've got them forever. You can use them every year to photograph products for social media marketing. Even if your products aren't, you can't bury your product. You can't add berries to your products. You could still photograph your products in these scenes. How to make a cheap Christmas tree look glamorous and expensive, or expensive and glamorous. Look at this color palette, guys. This light blue, gold. It's almost like a luxe, like metal pastel, rose gold.
Yeah.
Really pretty palette here. So again, we're not just looking at the ornaments. We're not just looking how the tree is decorated. We're looking at the color palettes that are used, because color palettes can be used for everything. This would be a really pretty color palette for a charm bracelet, I think, for beads and, like a Christmas charm bracelet, maybe some colorful bells, some little gold bells. Bed bugs. Sorry about the bed bug ads. Fun-shaped pillows. These, I don't know about you guys, but like everywhere I go shopping, it feels like everywhere has crazy fun-shaped pillows now. Target has been big on the crazy fun-shaped pillows. Marshalls and TJ Maxx and Home Goods. Even Michael's craft store has had a lot of the fun-shaped pillows. And another thing that I've noticed is they're all different textures. We've been talking about texture pillows a lot lately. So we've got Sherpa, faux fur. This is almost like a ridged, it's almost like corduroy, but bigger. We've got the plaid with the textured edges and then a little Sherpa snowman. We've got this kind of bubbled out font on our Merry Christmas pillow. So these are really fun. Not as easy for those of you who do things like POD pillows, but just something to consider, especially for those of you who sew things. Look at these color palettes. Look at the brown. We've got a little brown gnome and a brown tree, kind of like a brass Christmas theme.
I think it's kind of a turd to me.
You don't like
Nope, looks like a turd. If you just put that in the corner of your room, I think you had a turd decoration.
I was thinking more like woodland or chocolate even, but I like it. I think that it looks pretty with the decoration and paired with the green.
The gnome's cute. The tree just looks like a turd.
I think it looks like a Reese's tree. You know what I mean? Like the Reese's tree shape candy.
I get that. Yeah.
Look at this color combo. It's repeated in 3 places here. We've got this kind of, I don't know, it's like a muted emerald and then more of a burgundy shade, and it is expressed across 3 different products. So, but more of those fun-shaped pillows. All right. Paper decor. We've already talked about this. Look at all of these paper items. I don't know how to make these. Kudos to those of you who do. I know that there are a couple people who follow us who make really cool stuff out of paper. I think that these are really neat. People are leaning more into the eco-friendly stuff. If these get damaged, oh, well, you can just buy another one next year, whatever. They're recyclable. I think that they're really neat. I'm also looking at the overall palette of the, decor of this person's home. They've got a very interesting color palette here. So we've got some big paper ornaments, almost like the ones that are flat and then you pop them out.
Mm-hmm.
Little paper angels, paper ornaments, paper stars. This is what I was thinking when we looked at that tree with the giant ornaments previously, these paper ones. All right. So this is trending Christmas tree themes. Pinkmas. That could be a keyword. Somebody should run into eRank real quick and let me know.
Pinkmas?
Pinkmas. So pink Christmas trees. This has been popular since the Barbie movie came out. Don't use Barbie in any of your, keywords or
Titles,
anything.
tags, any descriptions, anything.
But maybe you could use Pinkmas. We're seeing the disco balls, pink and red and white. I think that this is really cute. I love how they have like the pink rope. And like a red carpet, but it's pink. That's really cute. I wonder where this display is at. This doesn't look like someone's home. It almost looks like it's in a mall or something. But I really like this aesthetic, and I have seen a lot of sellers in POD do like cute little vintage characters. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking of like the old, not like the old Steamboat Willie, but just the style that those cartoons like Cuphead and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just that particular style doing like the little singing foods in the let's all go to the lobby.
Yeah.
You know, at the movies. That aesthetic, but cute little pastel Christmas characters, like happy little Christmas presents and happy little cookies and happy little Santa Clauses, but done all in the pinks and pastels. And those are really cute and they've been super trendy. I really like this light pink as well. And we can see gnomes again, lots of gnomes and the little rainbows. There's that red and white that I talked about previously with the stripes and more of the pink. What is up with the big swollen feet, bed bugs? And what kind of people do they think that we are? Holiday Carnival, bright and vibrant, almost carnival-like colors. This is really fun. I love this palette. I especially love the yellows. Not the colors that we typically think of when we think of Christmas, but I actually really love this aesthetic, and I love the shapes of some of these ornaments. So this could be really fun to make design ideas stand out and not just be constrained to the typical green and red color palette that we typically think of when we think of Christmas. This is kind of the palette that I was talking about with those cute little characters that I've seen on Christmas clothing, utilizing this palette here. Then we see these trees are a little more vibrant, more of almost like a crayon box colors, not quite like rainbow, but still really, really bold and vibrant. Same with this one. This one's a little bit more muted, but still really, really pretty. And then they've incorporated a lot of gold in as well to accent it. Candy Wonderland. If you guys have gone to Hobby Lobby this season, you will see this decor everywhere. Look at these poinsettias. They're made out of like, they look like they're felt, but they look like gingerbread. Those are so cute. We're seeing all that red and white that I talked about. We're seeing some plaid incorporated in. Lots of candy, and there's lots of little gingerbread people, and looks like snowflake-shaped gingerbread cookie decor. Again, these are designs that you could use for greeting cards. You could use these for t-shirts. I've seen a lot of shirts that say, like, Christmas cookie, family Christmas cookie bake-a-thon. I got my daughter and our niece shirts last year that said Christmas cookie cousin crew, because they all went to his grandma's and baked cookies. So I got Christmas cookie cousin crew shirts for them, and they were super duper cute. So think about the types of gatherings that families are having for the holidays. If they're all getting together to bake cookies together, that's usually the time of year when the cousins get together. Little gingerbread houses. Those are so cute. This has a lot of vintage elements incorporated in. Some big bows. And then we've got more of that pink, cute little pink decor, almost like a sugar plum fairy type theme. I really like the pastels. These have cakes, ice cream cones, donuts.
I don't even know if that's real. That looks like AI.
You think?
Yeah.
Macaroons.
It's hard to tell.
I love this. This is what I think of when I think of like sugar plum fairy. So you're not just constrained to candy canes and stuff if you don't want to be, if you want to get, colorful. But there is still the red and white, peppermints, candy canes, swirls. And then we have this super duper pink tree. This falls into both the colorful trees and lollipops and things, and it falls into that Pinkmas theme that we talked about.